Saturday, March 21st, 2026. It's been about a month since the last update, so I'll walk around, showcase how things are going. This is my ever-bearing mulberry, and I put 5-gallon buckets of water around it to try to protect it from a mid-March freeze that we got. And I don't think that really did any good in the top of the tree, but down in the very bottom I see some growth remaining. I might get some berries still. So let's walk over to the avocado group. I've got a few new varieties. This is called Gloria, and I got this from Oliver Moore about 3 weeks ago. So it's still on a graft and pretty small, but it has the properties I look for in potential cold tolerance with thickish leaves. And this is a seedling I also got from Oliver. It looks like this is beginning to sprout some buds on it now, but it can stay in that pot a little longer. This is a G1 seedling, and so is this one. Those were seeds I grew from Oliver, so those trees are about a year old. Here's another seedling. I got this one from Oliver when I bought those two seeds over here. I don't see any new growth yet, but that might not be a negative. In my climate, a later flush could be beneficial to avoid those March frosts that I described. Here's the Leela seedling and the other large Leela seedling that I've shown in earlier videos. I recently repotted these in pots with large holes in the bottom and along the edges. This is my remaining Leela seedling, which interestingly has darker and narrower leaves than these two. Don't know why. It seems to be kind of a dwarfing tree, so it's still in a smaller pot than these, even though it's the same age. Back in here, got some more small trees. This is my poncho, and I might plant that, but I haven't fully decided. Here's a carambola, which I think is less cold tolerant than avocados are. So if I keep this, I'll have to just keep it in a pot. But from what I've read, you can get fruit from a carambola in a pot. So this is just another tree for me to learn about. These are all 4 seedlings that I grew. This is my 2021 survivor, and it's sprouting out nicely. And these two are a little slower, but I was able to retain a fair amount of the trunk before I took them inside. There's some growth, at least a foot or so from the base. And this one has some small buds forming again. So a decent amount of the trunk is alive, even after the very cold December we experienced before I took it indoors. And that's another small random seedling. I don't think it has a special cold hardy capability, but I guess it's similar to a Hass in terms of its tolerance. Remember my Stewart that I repotted? Well, this plant has thrown out a large stem and formed a new crown. Got a few more branches in it, so it's adapting well to the new soil. It's kind of funny. You get these small buds everywhere, and then it insists on growing a few large branches. Avocados can be kind of funny that way. And here's my bacon. This one is a little more uniform. I've got some small leaves beginning, so it's flushing. I may need to repot this. I'm finding roots coming up to the surface now. It's been in that pot for about 2 years. So the remaining tree is the in-ground Mexicola, so let's go take a look at that. I've been caring for this Mexicola now for about 2 years. It did flower. I kept a cover over it the last few days again while it was frosty. That preserved most of the flowers. I'm not too concerned whether this thing makes fruit because it's still pretty small. It really needs to flush out more leaves to properly shade fruit if it can make any. And I might put some fresh soil in here and try and give it a boost. But that's where things stand as of this Saturday. So Hope everyone's doing well with your trees, and I'll be back probably in about a month.